Hey, what's going on, day ones? This podcast is brought to you by a couple of phenomenal sponsors. First up, we got Rose Vogue Stylings. Ladies, are you in the market for a new purse? What about a new swimsuit? What about some earrings? The folks over at Rose Vogue Stylings, they got you covered. Please go to rosevoguestyling.com. And while you're on the website, please enter in that promo code late night. You want to make sure you're getting all of those amazing discounts. Also, if you are in the market for a lovely timepiece such as the one that I am wearing, please go to blackwatches.com. That is BLAK watches.com and enter in that promo code late night W Nate to get another fantastic discount off of quality timepieces. Again, thank you to the folks over at Rose Vogue Stylings and those at Black Watches. Now to the show. Yo. We are back with your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day, episode 163. Welcome back to Late Night with Nate and Adrian. I'm Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
Wait for it, Boogie. And the obligatory extra loud bomb. Shout out to the day one. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. As we said at the beginning of the show, episode 163. Happy New Year, because this is the first episode of the new year for us.
Happy.
Feels good to be back. But hold on. Boogie!
Had to turn that down.
I turned my mic all the way down just so I didn't blow your eardrums out. Probably still did, but how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I know people are like, why y'all starting now? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, I am a Capricorn. My birthday falls top of the year. First week. And so guess what? Thank you. I appreciate it.
Shout out to our Capricorns out there.
And we were talking. He was like, what's a good time to return back after our much needed break? And I said, hey, you know what? The first week is fine. We can do that. Let's do that. And he was like, you sure? You sure about that? You're not gonna do anything? Nah. We Gucci. Let's go. And then the week came, and I was like,
lo and behold.
I was like, hey, you remember when you suggested? He was like, yeah, I gotta figure. Yeah, let's continue on with that trajectory and return back
up on that extended break there, dog.
Right. Let's really take that extended break. So this is why we have returned at this certain time. Man.
Also, we're just booked and busy. It's the start of the year.
Talk about it.
We are entertainers, so sometimes we be busy, but not so busy to where we're neglecting you guys. So you're getting your regularly scheduled episodes. My bad. What were you saying, Boogie?
No, I was just saying, I know people need that fix, and guess what? We are back. We're giving you what you want. Thank you so much for all of the great feedback, comments, and messages that I've gotten during this time, because I definitely gotta. Hey, y'all, are y'all done?
I didn't get any of those, but I was wondering. I was like, are people gonna? It's like niggas hit 100 and they decide they just want to disband.
Right? No. I got one, and I was like, niggas can't break in this motherfucker.
I was like, damn. Just because some of them podcasts every day they dropping an episode, where it's like they don't sleep, does not mean that we are, nose to the grind, stuff like that all the time. So, it was definitely a much needed break.
Yeah, we are real people here doing real things, making real things happen. So, life
life. Y'all use PTO. How come we can't?
Talk about it.
Some of y'all probably are out of PTO already, and we're like, what? How many days into Into the
Too
new year.
soon. We still in January. That's all you need to know.
So how's 25 been going for you so far? What you been up to?
So far, it's been a little raggedy, but also still honestly, it's been pretty good. I'll with all things considered, I'm alive and well and healthy, and
That's a plus.
you know what I mean. Still, still got a roof under my head, over my head, I should say, not under, over, and making my way downtown.
I was just about to start. If you didn't say it, I was going to say it. That must
Seriously,
be the
no.
millennial thing. Like whenever we hear certain things, we just drift
But
off into.
that's I think a lot of people do that, but for some reason, millennials specifically, when we hear something that triggers us, we're gonna sing said song or say said lyric or line. You know what I mean?
It's like, are you listening to me? No, I totally disassociated, and I was listening to that song. So
Yeah,
please feel free to repeat what you just said.
right. I mean, hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. But yeah, no, everything's been Gucci. I will say, I hate saying this because I feel like
What you gonna
everybody,
say it?
no, because everybody says this. You got
Okay.
your goals and your
Oh, your
everybody got their
resolution.
resolutions and I'm on my workout plan and on my healthy journey. Yeah, but
I feel
honestly,
like you're
life is
always
just
pretty healthy though. So
yeah.
your journey
I
is it's just
appreciate that.
continuous for you.
I respect it. That's really what it is. Let me just say, I'm continuing on with what the hell I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be, and I think we mentioned this last podcast, but if I get the ability, the honor to be alive at an older age, there are certain people that I do not want to be.
You talking about them people that be looking at their shoes when they walk down the street?
Yeah, I don't want to have no hunch because I am a taller person, and generally speaking, gravity will
Yeah.
tell me to sit my ass down and curl up. Um, as well
Yeah, I
as
don't want to be
just
one of those
as
either.
well as just like I want to be mobile. You know what I mean? And still active. Like,
What if you're mobile on like one of them scooters? 'Cause, you
hey
can still
man,
that.
I'm trying to be like. Listen, I'm trying to be like Hubie Herbert. That man
Who?
is still the he used to be a coach. He used to play Hubie, white
Hubie
man.
Brown? Hubie Brown?
Yeah, Hubie Brown. My bad.
I'm
Why
like,
I
who the
say
hell is
Hubie
Hubie
Herbert?
Herbert?
Hey,
Hubie Herbert sound like a nigga from
oh,
the 70s that played the bass.
hey, listen, it is Hubie
Hubie Herbert.
Brown. Hubie Brown. Rita, what's her name? Rita Moreno.
I don't know who
Uh,
that is.
the Latino woman from West Side Story, Rita something. I always forget her name.
Nope. Didn't even watch
But
that one. So,
I'm
I
giving,
don't know.
I'm trying to be Cecily Tyson, R.I.P.
Okay, I see what you're
But do you
saying.
understand what I'm saying? Like,
Trying to
I
be
want
up
to,
there
yeah,
and
I want to
still
be,
mobile.
yeah, I want to still be
Okay.
active. Now, yeah, I just don't want to be sitting down and people pushing me around and I'm barely there.
You don't want to be like Jimmy Carter. May he
Whoa,
rest
whoa,
in peace.
whoa. See, I ain't want to say his
I'm
name.
just saying. I'm just
I didn't want
saying.
to say his name. I didn't want
I
to
said
say his
rest in
name.
peace.
When?
After you
When?
said that, I was like, rest in
Oh,
peace.
okay. You
But if
slid
not, I'm
that.
gonna say it here again. Rest in peace.
Goodness gracious.
I
Okay.
mean, I want to be like Dionne Warwick, because she's up there in age, but
Yeah.
also she still be on like X and shit, and she be like just
Yeah.
roasting niggas. So I still want to be of old age and
Yeah.
still fully functioning to where if you say something, I will get you together with the
Exactly.
utmost quickness.
Exactly.
Don't
So
disrespect Unc.
yeah, definitely want to be around there. So, but outside of that, just taking it easy, really easing in 2025 because
These niggas
it's a lot
2020.
already happening
Ooh,
already. And I'm just
man,
like, let me
20
not.
days in.
Right. My dietitian as well as a number of my doctors was like, "Hey, how's your stress level?" I'm like, "What? I can't stand when they ask that
I'm
question.
black
Like, right?
in
Like,
America,
how's
and
your
I'm a
stress
woman.
level? Right. I was like, how's your stress? I was like, more than anything. What do you mean? Like, it is the
How's
natural
yours?
stressor. She was like, yeah, you're right. What can you? I'm like, my guy. Like, what do you expect? We're going into 2025, and we're getting a new president too.
Have you
So
seen
let's.
all the Johns outside?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's why my stress level is what it is.
Goodness gracious. No, but how was your break? How have you been?
Break has been filled with a lot of highs and a lot of lows.
Okay.
Some of the highs, uh, I made some bacon. I'm really getting into this new Nate. I don't know who this new Nate is, but
Okay.
I'm totally okay with where I'm just going and or wandering. Because
Okay.
sometimes I'll be up late at night. I'm just be on the YouTube just looking at stuff. I'm like, what can I grill? What can I try?
Okay.
I think I don't know if I said it on the last pod or before. I was gonna try some bacon. I was like, that might be too much for me. I lied. When I went to Sam's Club, bought a little pork belly. I was like, you know what? I can do this. You got this, bro. Put it in the fridge. Did my little constant turning for the 7 days. Smoked it, boogie. I make bacon now. Okay. I
Bacon? Like
make bacon. Yeah,
actual bacon?
like actual bacon. Like that swine, like that knick-knack, patty whack, give a dog a bone. That bacon. Red fish, two fish, yellow fish, blue fish.
I've been trying to figure out like what type of baking. Like, were you talking about making cakes or
No,
baking like
bacon.
money?
Like
I know. Now
bacon.
you're actually talking about swine. Oh, so you bought a pork belly and
Yep.
let it roast and then you cut it up?
Yep, I did it. So I bought the pork belly. You got to season. You got to put all your brine, all your wet brine, and all that stuff on there. You got to put it in the refrigerator. Got to let
Okay.
it cure for like 7 days. So you got to keep flipping it and everything for 7 days. And you got to wash it off. And it's like,
Oh
okay,
God.
cool. We throw this on the smoker for like 3 hours. And of course, it's really cold outside. So I had the smoker like in the garage. And you're not supposed to smoke indoors per the
Yeah.
booklet. But I was like, you know what? I'm a grill master. I earned my grilling shingle a long time ago. I got my grilling sandals. We're grilling indoors. I mean, I did leave the garage door open so I wouldn't get blown up.
Oh, I was about to say
But
you hot boxing
no, I
bacon.
mean, I'm just saying. I was like, it is really cold out here, and I was like, maybe I should close the garage. And I was like, don't blow yourself up, because you already aren't supposed to use this in enclosed spaces, even with doors open. So
Oh
we'll kind of
God.
be out. But I was like, you know what? We survived. So now I can, make videos and be like, hey, if you guys want to grill, you can do it in your garage. But I'll make sure I put a little disclaimer at the bottom.
Oh
Results may
God.
vary. So the bacon came out really good. That was
Nice.
cool. I've been falling in love with antiquing. Like,
Oh.
just going to like antique stores and thrift stores it kind of started with my record shop, my record collection. I've been looking for different records. So I popped in the record stores and I was like, you know what? Let's see what some of these antique stores have. Maybe they got some stuff in there.
Okay.
And I found out that my inner black woman is coming out. Her name is Deborah.
I was about to say something's coming out because
You know, me and
you
Big
are
Deb were out. That's what I call my inner black woman. Me and Big
all
Deb,
right.
we was out just frolicking in the antique stores. And I learned a couple things, Boogie. I learned that antique stores and thrift stores are not the same
No,
thing.
they are
They
not.
should just not even include antique and thrift on the building, because it's like, look, thrift stores are just complete bullshit. I'm sorry for people who like thrifting and all that stuff. Half of that stuff should not be in there. It is literally junk that other people have taken because they were too lazy to take it to the dumpster their goddamn selves. That is usually what's in thrift stores. You might find one good goddamn thing in those thrift stores. And I found a couple of things. I found a couple of old school cameras, like video cameras from like the 1940s and stuff. So I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
that was pretty cool, especially with being in the film world. So that was cool. So I was like, yes, me and Big Deb scored some wins, and then the Lions played, and I wasn't gonna go to the game. Was not gonna go to the game. That's
Yeah.
also a reason why day one's right. This podcast is a little bit late. We were gonna shoot a couple days ago, but the Lions played. And I got a couple of late texts like, yo, let's go to the game. And I was like, Boogie, it's probably not a good day.
Yeah, which was fine. And I gotta say this. I'm proud of you of bringing this up because I did not think you were gonna even bring this up. And I wanted
Why would I not bring it up? I
I'm just
mean, this
saying,
is
I was gonna mention it. I was
Boogie
gonna
on
say it.
Sports.
Yeah.
Sports on Boogie.
Yeah.
This was okay. So a couple of funny things about the game and everything. So we
Please.
get to Detroit, downtown, everything. The scene is it's crazy. It's what you could imagine it being
Okay.
for a home playoff game, which we haven't had one ever, I don't think. So it's electric. Everybody was out. Kids
Okay.
were in the bar. And it was just like, hey, what's up, little homie? We all out here.
Right.
So that was cool. And we're drinking, having a good time. So now it's like, okay, let's go to the game.
Okay.
And I was like, really? I usually buy my tickets before, but it's like, I know if you wait a little bit, you can buy them and tickets lower. So tickets did lower. So I'm like, cool. Like, let's do this. We about to go. And it was like, oh, great seats, 100 level. I'm like, even better. Because me, Boogie, I don't do nosebleeds, concerts,
Talk
anything.
about it. Okay.
I am not a
Big
nosebleed
Nate.
nigga.
Okay, Big Nate.
We don't do nosebleeds, Boogie. Like we just.
Oh, you putting we in? Oh, okay.
Boogie, I know how you roll, Boogie. You don't do nosebleeds.
We talking about you though. We talking about you though.
I am a no nosebleed type of nigga. If I can't be on the floor or whatever, I'm at least gonna be in the 100 levels, depending on what the event is.
Okay.
So it was like, okay, cool. And I knew tickets were going to be expensive. It is what it is.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where this is like it's a lifetime experience. And you know me, Boogie. I don't really get out a whole lot. So I'm like, you know what? Go. Just go. Go have a good ass time. So come to find out, my sister's like, I got the tickets. I was like, great. Where we sitting at? 100 levels? Wrong answer. And I was like, well, what do you mean? We literally seen the 100 levels. You showed us the price. What do you mean we're not sitting in the 100 level? Boogie, we sat section 342. 342, which is not touching the roof, but we was like a section below the goddamn. I could see the roof. I don't usually
She was like, but these not the top of the top.
I don't usually sit so close to where I can see the roof. I gotta usually be like, damn, that's really high up there. That's normally where I sit at. Not like I could jump and I might be able to touch it.
Don't jump too high. You gonna hit your head.
Granted, with where we were sitting at, you could see everything perfectly. It's still just like, I don't sit this high. And my sister's like, I don't ever sit this high. And I was like, I know, sis. I know. I've been in games with you. We don't ever sit this high, but you hit the wrong button. And I don't know how this happened. None of us know how this happened. None of us know how this happened. And of course, we paid way more for them tickets than we would have paid for the 100 level. Dang. So that made me even more upset.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, these niggas.
I'd have been furious too. I ain't even gonna lie.
These niggas is gonna win. So it's gonna make everything.
It's gonna be
better.
okay. Right.
I'm in the atmosphere with all these Michiganders, and we're about to experience a moment that we've never felt before. Of course, they were losing. I'm like, that's okay.
But y'all did feel a feeling y'all felt before. So
well, there's that. A loss. A loss. So, the game is going on and it's good and its emotions are low. Then we score. And it was one of the best touchdowns ever. I'm high-fiving. We're doing a white man hugged me, Boogie. And I hugged him back. I was like, oh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? a good ass time.
Yeah.
You know, the game progresses. We're down up. Go to halftime. So, you know, what's weird about this is the lines be long as shit, of course,
Mhm.
when you're trying to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, is this the line? I'm like, oh, back there, back there. I'm like, okay, cool. Line is all the way back where standing room only is.
Mhm.
So we progress. Cool. There's an asshole in front of me. Everybody's just like not really too close to this guy because he's really being a jerk. And I was like,
Okay.
I don't like your energy. It is what
Okay.
it is. So I was talking to my homie and I was like, you know, the old Nate, the college Nate, because we were about to exit. I would have just went through the exit. And, you know, I'm just joking, laughing. The guy behind me is laughing. Dude in front of me is like, and you would have got your ass whooped. And I was like, who are you talking to? Like, who are you talking to? So he turns. He's like, you would have got your ass whooped. And this dude, he's a short dude, Boogie. I am towering over this dude.
Oh my
And I'm just
god.
like, this is gonna be good. So my buddy, he puts his hands in his jacket. You know what that means, Boogie, when a nigga puts his hands in his jacket. So I kind of put my hands like this. I'm just like, okay. And some other dude, you know, I say okay, and some other dude walks in, he's like, excuse me. And he literally does exactly what I said I was going to do. Walks through the exit. And old dude was like, he about to get his ass whooped too. And I was like you just did a couple seconds ago to me. And he didn't do anything. He turned around and I was like, talking to my boy. And I was like, it's funny how motherfuckers have a lot of static for people, but when other individuals literally cut you in line, you don't do anything. That's crazy. Because little do you know, I smack motherfuckers. And I said it loud enough to where he heard it and he turned and he kept looking. And everybody around me was kind of laughing. And it was just like, thank you. Because he was being an asshole to a lot of other people. And it's like, look, bro, don't make me whoop your ass in Ford Field because it will happen. And
Oh,
then it'll be a whole big ordeal of how a big black man ends up snuffing out a little old white dude. I was like, we don't have to have
oh,
this. So
oh,
we fast forward back to the game, and of course we lose. And all of those sad faces that you guys saw on
oh.
TV, that was one of my faces. It was just like, this is utter heartbreak and sadness. Yes, we won the division. That was great. But it actually, the heartbreak didn't sting so much because the Kens and the Karens in the crowd, they was like, this is more fun than the actual game. Of course, guy sitting behind me, he was very upset, very drunk, cursing. I'm like, hey, you paid your money, do what the hell you do.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
older Karen down in the front was like, hey, that's a lot of vulgarities. Can you shut it up? He's like, you can shut the fuck up talking to me. And I'm like, oh shit, she is an elder. But I'm like, all right, lady over here behind her, also Karen, belligerently drunk. Hi, there's kids right here. And he's like, fuck your kids. And it's just like, well, we're doing this. And these are
Hey,
all white people, Boogie. So I'm just me and my black group of people, we're just like, wow, we are about to
look at
see
that.
white
Right.
on white crime here. This is amazing. So homie's like, oh shit, I feel disrespected because he said, fuck my kids. So he turns
Mhm.
around, he says something, fuck you. And it's just like, oh, a lot of fuck yous being handed out. Guy sitting beside me is like, have some class, guy. Fuck you. Bet you won't come up here and say that to me. He did not go up there and say that to him. He sat there and it was just like, wow, this is crazy. Boom, behold, guy gets up and he leaves. I'm like, you could at least stayed. Crazy ass Karen who's down there drunk, who's like, these are my kids. She starts cussing out Lions fans who are leaving early. Fuck y'all. You guys are the worst fucking Lions fans. You guys are some sorry ass bitches. And it's just like, what the hell is going on here? Then she's cussing out Commanders fans. My homie's like, hey man, there's kids here. There's kids here. And the shit just, it was just like a
Oh
melee of
wow.
just caucasity. End up leaving the game, and of course, Bears fans, Packers fans, Browns fans, every motherfucker that we beat this year want to hit me up on some how about them Lions, and it's just like,
Oh,
Fuck all y'all.
wow.
Like, fuck all of y'all. So that's pretty much the highs and the lows of my holiday, my new year, so some of
Yeah,
that could
I
have been a
didn't.
grinding of the gears, but
Uh,
you
I,
said what?
I made it a point not to reach out to you because I was like, I
I
didn't want.
honestly,
I
I
didn't want to
thought you
do
were
that.
going to. I was
Nah,
like,
nah.
I was like, no text from Boogie. I was like,
I was like,
okay,
oh,
but I
because
do
I
appreciate
generally,
it though.
yeah, because I was thinking about saying, you good? You cool? Yeah,
You know what? I did get a couple of you goods, and I was like, okay, yes, I obviously you were good. It just stung for the fact that it's like we were closer last year.
yeah,
That didn't hurt as much because we were on the road. It hurt
right.
so much because we were at home. We were number one, and you look at some things and it was like,
It's
did we
fair.
think we were gonna go all the way? Yes, but also you had like 20 dudes out injured on defense. It's just like, look, bro,
Hey,
it is what it is.
don't. We don't need
Hey,
the
look,
excuses left
that's
or
not
right.
even an
Okay.
excuse. When you have 20 starters out, it is what it is, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's or
yeah.
20, like it is what it is.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough.
But you guys got our offensive coordinator, Boogie on Sports, as the new head coach. So Ben
Yeah, I
Johnson's going to the
saw
Bears. So.
this old ass nigga. So
So we'll see what you guys do. So that's kind of been
absolutely
what's going
nothing.
on. I
Absolutely.
will say this though, for 25 starting it off, no grinding for you, boy. So
Let's go.
I'm not angry. Although stomping out old dude in the bathroom line, that could have been a grinding. I
Felt a
wasn't
little
even
grindy.
angry. I mean,
Found
I wasn't
felt a
even
little
angry.
grindy.
You know what's crazy though, Boogie? I was so calm when I said that to him. I think that when people like
Yeah,
calmly tell you they're gonna
that's the
slap you,
scary. That's the
bro.
scary. That's when you should run.
You know what's crazy? I told my mom about that, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're your grandfather, because your grandfather Raymond, he used to always tell people he would slap the shit out of them, and that's you." And I was like, "Damn." It's crazy how them ancestral ties just be really running through you. I was like, so the
Hey,
slapping of niggas really runs deep in my veins. Thank you, Raymond.
you are your ancestors.
Hey, I am my grandfather's wildest of dreams. Let's get to some other wild dreams. Let's get to the tipping of the hat.
I'm tipping my hat.
Those of you who are new to the program, we're tipping the hat to folks who are doing dope things in the community. Boogie, who you tipping to this week?
My tipping is going to another Chicagoan industrial wildest dream, I would say. My tipping is going to the Michelle Obama.
Shell.
Is it Levon? What's her middle name? I feel like it's Levon Latrice.
I feel like it is one of it's a Levine.
It's one of
Latoya.
those.
She's probably
Latoya,
Latoya.
listen, when you see this, when I send you this picture, you know I ain't coming, ladies and gentlemen. For those that are listening, I have a picture of Michelle Obama sitting quite content, I will say, hands to the front and giving you that look like, don't expect me to show up. Because if you didn't know, the inauguration happened on MLK. Um, just happened to
Man,
fall, first off, on MLK
he
Day.
is like literally punching the air right. He in heaven
Yeah.
just
Who
who
this is
scheduled
the
this?
yeah, who made this?
Whose
And
man's is this?
yeah, and not only did Michelle Obama not show up for RIP uh Jimmy Carter's
Well, okay,
funeral.
okay. Let's not lump her into that one because she
Oh,
actually had some
no,
prior
she did
engagements.
have a prior
But that one
engagement. She
don't
was
count.
she was in Hawaii. She was on vacation or something, and
That
it
one
kind
don't
of
count.
conflicted with okay. But whole point of me saying this is the only reason why I'm putting this together is because Michelle Obama said, "I am out of the politics. There will be no more ticking for me. Okay, outside of what I had to do in the beginning of the actual campaign and show up and show out in Chicago, by the way. Outside of that, oh, you're not gonna catch me out." You're not gonna catch me outside. Not supporting, not supporting, or accepting the fact that y'all chose America, chose this orange Cheeto. No, no, no. Won't be here. I won't be faking the funk. And guess what? Did we see Michelle at all? Not one
I
bit.
mean, did you watch it to know if she was there?
I
'Cause I
didn't.
didn't.
I didn't watch it, but I heard through the grapevine that she was nowhere to be found, and I saw clips of Obama walking by his lonesome. So that's all I need to
God
see.
damn. I mean, there's only so many things you can say to Michelle doing that.
Said it was gay. So what?
Not that one.
Sensational.
So he's gay. So what? Oh,
Sensational.
Michelle?
But I mean, there may
Okay.
be some rumors out there about
All right. All right.
allegedly, but no. I think the Jimmy Carter, I get it. You got prior engagement. That is what it is. Now this
I get
one,
it. I
this
get
was
it.
a I just don't fuck with you. And I'm okay with that. I kind of
Yeah.
low key borderline. I know she had to be there. But I wish that Kamala didn't show up either. I get it. You're the vice president. You have to. I'm happy that she did not.
To do that. Yeah.
I'm happy that she didn't go along with that tour because you have to go through like
Agreed.
that.
I
I'm
agree.
glad that they dug their heels in there. And for the people who are upset, it's like, yo, these women have been harassed on multiple platforms
Yeah.
by not only these political parties,
Yeah.
by these leaders of these parties, and by
Mhm.
just dickheads online. So how dare y'all tell them how they're supposed to react and that they need to save face and shake these
Mhm.
people's hands when the other side does not do that at all. When we had a whole white man who
Mm.
did not shake the hand of Kamala when his wife was sworn in to Congress or whatever.
Mhm.
So don't sit up here and try to play this back and forth of how we the black people have to, bend the knee and we have to go and do these things. Like, shut up.
I mean, yeah.
I'm happy for her not being there.
So just to give an example of another black woman, Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, she was there. She had to be there, and she not only showed it in her face that she didn't want to be there, but she also wore a collar of cowrie shells, and and it was the blackest thing I ever seen. So you know what I'm saying? Like we not doing what we doing.
Gotta be here, so
Yeah.
you gonna get all of this blackness.
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm not mad at it. We saw Hillary Clinton clips of her. She was laughing at the Gulf of
giggling.
Mexico.
Yeah.
So I mean, at this point, hey, buckle up.
Who you got for your tipping?
Tip of my hat to arguably the greatest women's basketball coach. She's now the highest paid women's basketball coach. Shout out to Don Staley, coach of the South Carolina women's basketball team. Again, arguably the best team in college basketball. What did they win last year? Was it last year they won? They've won.
Yeah.
They've won. Yeah, they did win last year. And they've won a couple years before, so they're pretty dynastic. I don't think that's the word.
Yeah,
But I'm happy that they paid her, and I'm happy that she's the highest paid coach, and she keeps moving that needle forward for black women, black coaches. So get that money.
Heck yeah, for sure.
So shout out to her. Let's keep this thing on rolling. It is time for news you can or can't use. All right, for news you can or can't use. Up first, we want to definitely send our condolences, thoughts, and prayers to everyone out there in Southern California. I'm sure most of you have heard that they have been battling arguably the worst series of wildfires that they've had in some years.
Yeah.
This goes beyond property damage because lives were lost.
Mm-hmm.
And not only were lives were lost, but it's rather bleak for some people because they don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So it just broke my heart seeing the videos, and I was reaching out to homies like, hey, yo, you good? What can we do? Like, is it, And a lot of people are like, yo, y'all get on here and y'all be talking and y'all make statuses, and it's like, give. Do y'all motherfuckers give? And it's like, yes. I was actually reaching out to a lot of people and was like, what can we do? To the point where I was like, yo, I want to get some door dashes. But then it was like, I don't want to put anyone else's life in danger with them
Yeah.
out dashing. So it was just like, yo, gift cards, what can we do? So if you know anyone that's out there and you are in a position to be able to give anything, whether it's just the smallest things, just do what you can to help people out, man.
Heck yeah. I have family out there, and I was checking up on them, continuously checking up on them. I gotta actually reach out to them today or this week just to check in. Uh, Fortunately, their area wasn't as impacted, but they're still, on high alert and
Yeah.
praying. This is just like what you said. This is people's livelihood and, you know, property, homes, homes that people have worked their butts off and have lived there for many years, have now just perished and have, devastated. And, just to think that there are people out there that got arrested for setting fires and continuing on
Man.
with the destruction is really sad. And also just goes to show, like, when you start to hear the theories, conspiracies, you start to realize, like, are we in
Twilight
a
Zone.
yeah, because this is wild. It's just wild overall. So
Yeah, man, this shit's crazy. Even the fact that how divided people are when it comes to it's like, bro, it's a fire, man.
yeah,
And I try not to be. I've really done trying not to be on social media so much, but
yeah,
it's like seeing just how stupid people are,
yeah,
and it's just like the theories of, if I were a firefighter, well, you're not. So shut the fuck up and let the people
mm-hmm,
who are actually on the ground, let them do what they're supposed to do.
mm-hmm,
Because y'all don't even have logical ideas to help fix shit in your own communities. Let y'all over here just throwing out the dumbest shit ever. It's like, man, just chill out. People don't need that. You goofy asses who are, oh, I'm glad I live in Michigan. I'm glad I live in landlocked areas. Motherfuckers don't want to hear that right now. That's
yeah,
not important. Like,
yeah,
who like, chill out, man. Like, cut that shit out. And the goofy ass Kardashians, y'all can shut the fuck up too.
mm,
Like, all you motherfuckers who don't even live in LA, but you live in LA County, like, y'all need to be mad at the
hmm,
mayor of your fucking city.
hmm,
Like, it's just sad seeing black people having to continuously fight for themselves, even online, when motherfuckers don't know what's going on, or you get people who are like, there's just a bunch of rich people out there. And it's like, look, bro, we personally know motherfuckers who moved from the Midwest who weren't
mm-hmm,
loaded, who went out there, who are still out there chasing the dream. It's a
yeah,
lot of everybody out there is not rich, and to hear y'all sit up here and say that is, it's weird because everybody's not rich in y'all's area. So to sit up there and say, I don't know, man. That's just back to Zen Nate. With thoughts and prayers to everybody out there
absolutely,
in Los Angeles. We did have a passing. We had a giant in the world of HBCU sports. So those of you who have been to CIA, excuse me, for those of you that have went to like the CIAA tournament and everything, it's a huge basketball tournament for HBCUs that are in that conference. And Abram Mitchell was Mr. CIAA. I remember the first time I went to the CIAA tournament, and it was like, who is that brother right there? And every time you see him, he will be just like the flyest dressed old nigga ever. He
mm,
would dress like each team, and it would be like the suits, the gaiters, the hats. He was just the sharpest dude. He was so friendly, so nice. And you would go to CIAA for all the events and just having fun, but you always wanted to make sure you got a photo with Mr. CIAA, or you told people you saw him. So definitely rest in peace to Abram,
Absolutely.
Mr. CIAA Mitchell. All right. First time on news you can or can't use. Boogie. TikTok went away and then it came back. This was one of the quickest grand closing, grand openings ever in the history. I don't even think it was 24 hours.
Nope, it was not.
How you feeling about this, wherever we're at? Like this whole melee of it was here, it wasn't, and now it's here again. How you feel?
I was definitely one of those people that made me a farewell talk. I definitely made it. And I'll share just bits and pieces. It took me a while to jump on the bandwagon of the TikToks, TikToking, and when I did, partly because I knew I wasn't gonna be involved in the dancing. So, once they evolved from the dancing, yeah, after all my lurking, I was like, you know what? I think I could jump aboard. And I definitely joined, and I realized, oh, this is valuable. There's value. There's value in what they're doing here, and it makes sense. And it was not only entertaining, it was an educational piece as well. And so, yeah, I made me a little farewell talk, and I was saying, hey, if this is the end, this is the end. My bad. But to find, no, I'm just saying, just to find out that I think it was a girlfriend of mine, and was like, y'all fiends can stop crying now.
I mean, some of y'all were very fiendy. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Oh, God. Okay.
But for y'all to wake up to find out that you've been had and hoodwinked.
I will say it definitely got my antlers up for sure, because I was like, let me block Facebook, let me block Instagram. Something is happening. TikTok don't seem like TikTok.
TikTok just don't stop.
So how did you feel about it?
It didn't bother me either way,
Yeah,
because I wasn't one of those ones that was much like I was late to the party. But I didn't really get enthralled into it. I still think the app is still kind of complicated. And it's because I'm washed. I get it. I'm 38, about to be 38 this year. Probably shouldn't be on TikTok.
No, just kidding.
But I mean, it was one of those things where I don't ever like to see people lose their income, especially when there are people who either you, for whatever ailments you may have or whatever the issue is, you may not be able to go and work the traditional job, and you were able to find a way to monetize, and you were able to take care of yourself. So I'm very happy that people are able to do that. I don't like that you're able to take care of yourselves if you're spreading misinformation. You should not be able to make money and do it when you're doing that type of shit. So I think there should definitely be some parameters in there. I think the part that was very alarming was it was gone for what, maybe 12 hours for some people, and people were jumping off bridges. You had mofos who were calling. They said the calls to 911 spiked because people were calling to report TikTok having issues. And it's like, look, y'all, like if this were to go away for a very long time, go touch some grass. Go get on a different app if you have to be connected like that. Go read a book. Go figure something out. I think it was very telling as to how addicted some people are to it. And I get that some people use this to cope, to get away from the job or the stresses of life, but it shouldn't be to the point where if something is taken away, you are willing to crash out like that. I thought that was crazy.
I agree with you on that. Like, listen, I enjoyed it for what it was, and I understood what it was, but I will say a lot of people made a lot of money, and businesses really, small businesses specifically, really excelled because of this app. And granted, I'm not a part of any of those groups because I'm not
I'm not monetizing.
that's not happening over here. So it feels different for me. So I get it. So
I will say that it never went away. I think for some people, you got to really read into what's going on. Because even in the law, it didn't go dark. They just took it away from everyone here, and then it just mysteriously flipped when you went into the app that Donald Trump brought it back. And if people aren't looking at these types of things, then I'm not mistaken. I mean, I didn't pay attention that well in history class, but there was a certain individual from Germany who just so happened to tell people the media and a lot of these things are bad, to kind of rustle up some things and then take some things away. And then he brought some things back. So he would be the hero. And that's literally what is going on right now. If you guys are smart enough, some of you would probably be doing your Googles right now and be like, who is he talking about? Some of you who actually pay attention in school, you know who that evil person was. And some of this is eerily similar to that. And we're going to have a bunch of dumbasses when it's their time to vote who are going to be like, the orange guy saved TikTok. So now he's going to get my vote. So, I actually deleted it. I wasn't going to be on there that much anyways, but people were saying it's kind of turned into the orange talk. And I was like, that was enough for me to get up off of there.
That's fair.
I got a feeling that Facebook is going to flip to what X and all these other ones were. So don't be surprised if you don't start seeing a lot of people jumping them off of there because they don't want to be called nigger and people won't go to jail for it. So. Starbucks, they announced that you gotta buy a drink, and if you don't, you cannot use the bathrooms. This is crazy because I always thought they always did that. At least the Starbucks by Second City in Chicago, they do. I know for a fact they will tell. No, where you ever see that? I need to see that you made up. It's like, yo, the barista's still making it. I need to see the cup in your hand that you made this purchase. I don't have. Okay, this is a twofold issue depending on where you're at. Because some of these cities, there are people that just go into establishments and they just kind of hang out. They're not even bringing computers, newspapers. They're not even hanging out with a bunch of other people. They are there being nuisances. And I know what people are going to say. This is an attack against the homeless and that sort of thing. And it's like, look, man, if y'all had restaurants or any other type of establishments, would you want it to be a free-for-all where any old body could just come in and not buy anything and just use your facilities? Take it away from even them being a homeless person. Would you just want a whole bunch of motherfuckers who left a sporting event coming into your restaurant and it's like, hey, we got drinks, we got food here. No, my God, I'm just here to use the bathroom. I'm about to go hit the bar over there. Would you be okay with that? I think not.
Yeah, that Starbucks by Second City, definitely you need a receipt to move around and do anything.
Chipotle too.
Yeah, Chipotle as well, because they definitely put the code on the receipt, which is very, very smart for sure that you need to buy something. Listen, in order for us to really be effective and really tackle a lot of the unhoused and sick and mentally unstable, mentally ill folks, we gotta it goes back to government. Like, we gotta figure out ways to really protect and help and assist folks that are down and out. And we're transitioning to this new system right now, this new government system where they're going to promote more. They're going to have more businesses. More, they will promote businesses in general, be more on their side. It makes sense for you as a business owner to really lock down and cut out the fat. So unfortunately, as a business person, you gotta be nice and all, but you also need to realize if you're not patronizing and adding on to my business, get the hell up out of here.
Because I mean, every time you flush my toilet, that's a water, bro. I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
I'm paying for every time you wash your
That's
hands.
real.
I'm paying for them paper towels.
I feel weird when I have to go, when I'm walking, strolling around in the streets and I have to use the restroom and I'm like, damn. I gotta find a place that would be okay with me using the bathroom. I will buy something just so I can use the bathroom.
I always
Just
buy
because
something.
I know what
I feel
it is.
bad though. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, do you do this? Like, if you go into a spot and they say there's no restroom, no public restroom, will you then be like, well, can I buy something just to use it? Do you offer to buy something, or you just be like, all right, I'm out of here?
Hell no,
Like,
hell no, hell no. I'm definitely like at this point, I'm old enough to know these mofos will not let you use any of their facilities without a purchase. So I'm not asking to use the restroom first at all. I used to, not anymore.
not anymore. Well, I mean, at this point, Starbucks got a lot of issues, so we're just gonna
I was
add
about
the
to say
bathroom policy.
they got some L's right now. They holding on to a thread. So,
But if being able to use the bathroom is that much of an issue for you, maybe y'all should just find a Dunkin'. Like, that's just all you gotta do. Just
hey man,
find a Dunkin'.
You talking about and just don't sit on the toilet seat, hover, boy.
Man,
them bathrooms there, boy.
Boy, Dunkin's, you might as well go. Porta potties are cleaner than Dunkin' Donut bathrooms.
Those are
the worst bathrooms in the world. Boogie.
Yes.
You're up on music, right? I feel like you're pretty into what's popping these days.
God. Go ahead.
How you feel about LeAngelo Paul's new song? How you feel about Tweaker?
I might swear on this corner. Whoa. Yo, I will say that is a catchy ass song because it reminds me back in the 99, 2000, like some, what is it?
Reminds you of when we were in the clubs. Like,
yeah,
that was
really
arguably the best clubbing era ever. So that's what you're thinking about.
It reminds me of the what is it? Master P.
No Limit Error.
No, yeah, man. It was definitely giving all of that.
Manny Fresh vibes.
Yeah, definitely Manny.
It is. Have you listened to the entire song? Let me ask you that. Have you listened to
that's a no.
entire song?
Negatory.
I have listened to the entire song. I found out yesterday. Okay. I thought it was two different niggas on there. I'm like, it's two different niggas. I'm like, whoever on the second verse. I like that nigga's first.
He had that heat. It's the same person.
Like it's the same nigga. And I was like, really? I was like, wow. I was like, now I got to go back and really reconsider how I feel about the first verse because I was
okay.
I was like, this sucks. But then the second verse, I was like, I like this. Of course, the chorus. This is one of those ones where Never Lost Records is what that record label should be called.
Oh.
Allegedly, $13 million deal, $8 million up front, got his own record label. If these are true, this should be called Never Lost Records. And LeVar should be CEO and president of Never Lost Records because he ain't never lost. LaMelo, or LeAngelo, excuse me, he might not have been a star on the Hardwoods, but the brother is a star in the music industry, So it's like 3 for 3. I'm not mad at him. I will say this much, though. He could be the reason why the Lions lost that game.
Whoa.
Because he did perform the song at the game.
Hey, it's, as viral as this song is, it actually has some legs. It has some legs. And I will say, yeah, his basketball career, he did what he could do. And he knew damn well he didn't want to be overseas anymore. So he got into that booth. He got into the stew and he found a banker and he's going to ride that wave. I wish him the best because he got 3 kids or 2 kids or something. And
I mean, it just adds to the rap allure. Do I think this is a real deal? No. I say that because when's the last time Def Jam has put out anything?
I was
It's
about
been
to say
forever. All
Def
these
Jam
labels
holding on right now.
are being absorbed, so it's like I don't think they're putting anything out. Also,
Yeah,
Leangelo is rich. I think he don't need this type of a deal. If this deal, if this is a real deal, I
if
think
this
it
is
is
a
dope
real deal,
that you are in control of your music, you're in
for
control of
sure.
your business. Now I know some niggas on Def Jam who probably upset, like, how come I ain't get that deal? Um,
He
you didn't get
said,
that deal
"You ain't swerve
because
on that corner."
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. You ain't get that deal because you're not a ball. Like that's
Yeah,
just what it is. Like they
let's
have
be
a huge
honest.
brand.
Yeah,
Like they are, it is the BBB. Like it is what it is,
yeah,
man.
let's
Like
be honest.
that's why he got the deal he got, allegedly. But hey, I'm not mad. I do hear that the second single is heat from my, from my homies in the music
Oh
industry.
God.
Keeping
You
my
know, it only
ear.
takes two. You only need two really to really catapult your career. Really, a hot two, a
Well,
hot
it's the
two.
amount of niggas who are already trying to. You got the Boozies who want to jump on here and the
Mm-hmm.
Moneybag Yos. I mean, you're gonna need some bigger rappers than Boozy and Moneybag Yo, but still, you got
I
a bunch
saw
of
little
niggas.
baby. I saw little baby say drop the open verse. I saw
Gonna
him.
need some more popping rappers than Lil Baby and Moneybag Yo and Lil
Okay,
Boosie.
okay. I no. I agree with you wholeheartedly. He got a little long way to go, but I think he's starting off. He's kicking off with a viral song, and that he's making the
Hey,
right moves
he
by
going
doing it
everywhere.
that way.
I will say this much, because I know there's a lot of people. Oh, he's the reason why the Lions. He's not the reason why the Lions lost. They did him dirty. I'll be the first to admit it.
What happened?
That was not the best time to push him out there because everybody, the stage presence. Okay, look, during the game, there was a strip sack of golf or whatever, so it was the worst
Oh,
time. The crowd was out of it because we just lost the ball. Then they were like, go out here. They literally pushed him out there, and it was, I don't even think he knew he was going to perform. It was like, here's a
mm,
mic, cue the music, LaMelo Ball, y'all, or Leangelo Ball, and he was out there.
yeah.
Granted, he was looking at his shoes the whole time, so it's like you might want to work on your
Oh,
stage presence a little bit, brother. But they still did
oh,
him dirty. Now, had it
oh,
been after a touchdown, maybe the crowd would have been a little bit more with him. All I'm saying.
oh,
But he's got more time to do more performances. He's going to be at Rolling Loud, so they're going to have him. It's going to be much better there. So,
oh,
shout out
hell
to him.
yeah! They about to get him in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they about to get him right.
he about to make hella cash off. Even if this is just a publicity stunt, and I'm just trying to get bread off just this one song, he been successful doing that. So
Yeah,
run it up.
you better take advantage of it. That's the best way to do it.
Keep it in line from one rapper to several rappers.
Uh,
Stupid Friends, these niggas was tap dancing. And I saw a lot of people who some people were taking this about as bad as some people were taking the TikTok going away. It was just like,
mm,
oh, Uncle Snoop, how could you? Nelly and Rick Ross, Soldier Boy. I was like, I mean, I could see Soldier Boy. I could see Rick Ross probably being there. Now, Nelly, I can see you doing that too. Snoop is the one where you're kind of like,
where they at? Where the jigaboos at? Let me find them. Who trying to perform at Donald Trump's inauguration? Let me see him, find them, so I can talk shit about them.
you
Who that
sound
sound
like
like?
Jay-Z and Cat Williams. That's what you sound like.
That's I was trying to reenact a pulled up video
His
clip
statement.
of Snoop Dogg. People were going, man, can I just say
Hey,
one thing? That's one thing I will say. Don't ever do nothing to piss off the public, because they
man.
will find the receipts.
Woo! They have been on them niggas' heads, boy.
Oh,
Like,
wasn't this shoe at 2015 talking about? Whoa, my God.
homie Desi was saying that. He said, what if this was Snoop's way of saying that to clear out
Mm,
everybody else to make it so that no one else would perform but
but
him?
him.
Like,
That's smart
I was
though.
like, God damn. I was like, you might be on something
Wow.
right there. It was telling for a lot of reasons. They were saying nigga on stage in a room full of white people.
Mm.
Um,
Damn, they let them say it?
yeah, they were saying it. Um, all of them have essay cases against them.
Ah.
And all of those cases
Would like
have
to be
been
pardoned.
dropped.
Ah.
That is very telling when it's just like, oh, Nelly, you a dope head and you out here touching on people. That case is dropped. Soldier Boy frequently goes on coke rants, so that case has been dropped. Snoop had some cases dropped. Also, Trump let Snoop's homie out, founder of Death Row. So you know what that is. Niggas is gonna
Rick
kiss the ring.
Ross. Yeah.
Um,
Wow. I didn't realize that.
you
Wow.
I've always said, remember I said, but I was like, some of y'all's favorites
Mm.
are really some of the most shittiest people out here. Like some of y'all's favorites are really the ops. People's fandom just doesn't allow them to see it.
Yeah.
And now people are seeing it even more because it's so heartbreaking for people, but it's also funny because like motherfuckers hold him to the fire. Now, will I think Snoop can be canceled? No. I think there's some people who have crossed over so far, they're untouchable. And Snoop was making moves a very long time ago. You
Sure.
could kind of see it. He was distancing himself from us. I don't think he can be touched. Now, Cornell, when's the last time
Oh
Nelly
yeah.
put something out?
Come on now.
He up out of here. Soldier
Yeah.
Boy, he told you, I got bills. I need that back. He's up
Hey,
out of here. Rick
Soldier,
Ross,
yeah,
he's up
Soldier
out of
is the
here.
only one that I'll give him a pass just because he was like, nigga, they gave me a bag. I need this money. Versus Nelly talking about, oh, I care about your politics, your
No, you
political
don't.
views. Bro, you need the
No, you
money. Stop lying. Stop lying, ladies and gentlemen.
don't. I mean, yeah.
Ricky Ross, yeah, Ricky Ross was awfully quiet for him to now just support and
Well,
perform for Mr. T Rump.
you know what it is? It's celebrities and people tell you one thing online and they go in
Mm.
that booth and they do something else. And
Of
people are starting
course.
to see that. I saw a lot of people going on Ashanti's page and unfollowing her. I thought that was, we gonna
Mm,
cancel you too because of who your husband is. I thought
mm,
that was funny. And you have the right to withhold who you decide you want to support. Like
that's
you have
true.
the right to do that. And
Yeah,
I think it needs to get back to that point to where
yeah.
you gotta let these motherfuckers know you would not be where you were at if it wasn't for
Without us.
people like us going out there to buy them tickets. Like
Agreed.
it's a privilege to be able to have people to buy your art and
Yeah,
to one for it to be elevated at that level to
yeah,
where you can have millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of that. I'm not saying you have to go out here and plant your flag and be like, I'm this for the people, but just
yeah.
don't say nothing about it. Just if this is how you feel, this is who you are, just go the fuck over there and just be quiet.
You're not gonna catch me talking about this is my fave. I already know your faves are real regular people. They just happen to do something that you're not doing. But these are all dummies that are these are all dummies and people that
They are.
literally are in probably the same place as you
Cahoots.
are, right? The same place as you are, but in a different bracket, but with more debt. Okay, that's what
Literally, you
it
could be
is.
broke and be a millionaire. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
thing that people don't
oh yeah.
understand that.
That is the
It's
thing. That is the
it's like,
thing.
man, but it's just like I think it was funny he said jigaboos. It was just like jigaboos is that's one of my favorite like black slurs, like
Yeah,
jigaboo, moon cricket. There's a lot of
yeah,
good ones out there.
yeah.
But it's you, Snoop. The call's coming from in the home. You are the jigaboo. It's you.
Yeah, I will say it kind of hit me deep. It hurt deep when I saw Carrie Underwood because I thought she was gonna be on our side, but then I forgot she's in country. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Rascal Flats. Yeah, that makes sense.
You
I
know what's
I get it.
crazy? Is some of those country artists, they really got bobs. And you'd be
They
like,
do.
God damn. Because what was the Dixieland.
Gavin, or whatever.
Who's
his
the
name
ones
is.
that changed their name? Whatever the
Dixie
one that
Chicks,
not them, the other ones. They had it was
Antebellum shit.
yeah, Lady Antebellum. Them
Yeah.
they made some bops.
Oh
They
yeah.
did.
Not
And you know what's
anymore. I don't
crazy?
know none of them songs no more.
None of them. You know what? People might be mad when I'm about to say this, but it's like for some people, you need that little bit of racism in your name for the music to
For the
hit.
hit. Yeah.
I'm sorry. They ain't had no hit since they went to the new name, Boogie.
Nope.
Maybe Lady Antebellum is what y'all needed to crank out the hits. Because here you have black people who's like, this is a little racist.
Gotta be honest. I'm gonna put this on my favorites though.
But you know, I'm gonna tap my foot to it. And Carrie Underwood, what's that one song? I dug my keys.
Yep.
That was my shit.
To the side of this pretty little souped up
four-wheel
drive. Yeah.
Carve my name into them leather seats.
Yep.
I took a Louisville slug.
There you go. To both headlights.
I'm like, how can you not like that? And then you find out they're racist, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. I forget.
Oh, well.
You gotta remember, just because it's a bop, yeah, doesn't mean it ain't country. Yeah.
It's like, nigga, it's still country.
We still about our roots.
I mean, you mean our roots.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Speaking of crazy rappers, it doesn't even really matter what happened. The picture itself.
God.
Rocco was arrested on December 9th at the Georgia World Congress Center in Atlanta, Fulton County. And he didn't have his unit on. He didn't have the Levante, as what some people call it. He did not have the full frontal on, and in the mugshot, he pulled up to the scene with the ceiling missing. Like, it just is.
That piece was gone.
What it is.
That piece was out of here.
And you know what's crazy is this is like the most he's like, this is the most gangster face I can make, because it's like I'm still Rocco, but it's also like there's no way you can't tilt your head down because it shows more of the bald spot.
Yeah.
The further you tilt it back, we can see up your nose. This is just a lose pose for him. Nice Fendi shirt, by the way, though.
Monica, this is you. Monica, this was you. This is what you slept next to. This was him. This him for real.
Come on, Monica. I'ma do me.
Come on, Monica. Come on, Monica. I know. Was it the song? It was the hit. That's what it was. It was that song. It was that song.
This, you know what? Outside of the unit missing, the lineup is crispy. The lineup is crispy.
God. Yeah,
I have some questions.
He was getting hot. That's what it was. He was.
I have some questions. Was he on the way to getting like another appointment, or did they make him take it off? Was it like, hey man, you can't have nothing in here? Like how they make them take their shoestrings?
Yeah.
Was it like, we gotta take your unit? Like you might do something, you might, try to choke yourself.
I will say, whoever does his unit must have a sworn of secrecy, because we ain't here.
We haven't nothing.
Heard. Yeah, what Indian are y'all using?
But also, who did Rocco piss off in the legal system to where, because this ain't his first rodeo with taking mugshots. So it's just like, who did you piss off to where they was like, you know what, that's got to come up off too? Because I'm certain, especially a nigga of status in Atlanta. You're a nigga of status in Atlanta.
Well, not anymore, my guy.
Who did you piss off to where they were like, you're a celeb, but we gonna treat you like you a regular nigga? Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is.
And if I'm not certain, he did come out with a response to that video. I mean, to this mugshot. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but all I know is, hey man, not a hair fiber or fake hairspray could ever get me to remove this image from my brain, my guy.
You know what? This is one of those ones. You remember on National Security when the white dude punched the shit out the guard so he have to do, or so he could just do his time in solitary confinement?
Yeah.
That would be one of these moments. I'm not
Yeah.
taking that. I'm not taking that unit off.
Yeah.
Everybody catching all you officers catching this fade.
Mm.
You catching the fade that should have been on top of his head. Like that's
Mm.
that's what y'all are catching right now.
Mm.
Like, what? Y'all trying to embarrass me? Rocco? Line up right now. Every last one of y'all is catching this fade.
You know what it is, right? I think he was in between units and he probably had a hat on. They was like, take that joke, take it off.
That's what I was wondering. I was again like it's because if I'm on the way to get a new unit installed, you're not leaving the house like that.
Yeah.
You're definitely going out with a hat on.
You can't. And he is known for the hat and glasses, which which we've seen a lot of images of him with the hat and glasses. But hey, you can't guess when you gonna get arrested, so can't assume.
What if the units are just installed into the hats? What if I have like satin lined hats? What if that's how his are? I don't know. Like
all I know is, guess what? We are forever gonna remember this image because it makes it seems like the way his head is tilted, it makes it seem like his forehead and his shape of his head in general is a dome.
This looks like his mom did not shape his head when he was a child. That's what this is like given. Or she shaped his head with like an oven mitt or something like.
Or it looked like he should have had a baby cradle on his head so they could flatten his head out. That's what it looked
like when niggas get them implanted surgeries and they have to use that little tight thing. That's what he looked like. He's still wearing one of those, but he don't have it on anymore.
Or that's what it looks like. Maybe he is. Maybe he did cut his hair to get a hair transplant, and that's why it's a little waiting list. Yeah, his follicles are just.
I'm just gonna say this as a card-carrying member of the Ball Brotherhood. It is okay. Like it really is okay to come over here. Like we will welcome you with open arms. It's like, come on over here, bro. We're not gonna make fun of you. But we hook you up with all the beard oils because once you completely shave it off, your beard game is gonna be flourishing. So we will hook you up to make sure that you are taking care of yourself the proper way. Just come on over here, bro.
Good luck, my mans, because that ain't it. Because you ain't got your height, my guy. Just say that
well. Niggas are tripping. So let's get to who is tripping this week. Who's tripping for you, buddy?
My niggas is tripping. Has got to go to Yolanda Saldivar. She is the person that, if you guys don't know, murdered Salinas. Shot and killed Salinas. She has filed a motion to be released from prison to be on parole. I was going to say payroll. Parole in 2025. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
You sure about that?
What are we doing? Right. What are we doing here? Is Selena coming back in 2025? No. So you shouldn't come back in 2025. Sit your ass down somewhere. No, for real. Sit your ass down somewhere. She literally removed an icon from the world, and now she's asking, "Hey, could I be forgiven and released?" No, sit your ass down somewhere. I got you, Boogie. I'm not doing it. I get it. I understand. I understand.
Let's sit your dumb ass down.
Absolutely. Sit it down somewhere. I don't care. Like, granted, she kind of, I will say, she's aged wonderfully because she looks like
Yeah.
she did 25 years ago. But
She had two
just about.
sentences.
Yeah, just about. But yeah, I'm not going. Yolanda, you sitting your ass down somewhere.
This is weird because I feel like you're probably safer in there than you are out here.
Oh,
Because best believe there's gonna be a lot of people who
that's
are gonna
real.
be willing to be like, I did it for Salinas. And best believe those people are gonna be taken care of
Yeah.
wherever they go behind them bars. They're gonna be
Uh,
like, this is the person who took down the most evilest person in the
yeah.
world, Yolanda Salazar. So I mean, that's one
Yeah,
of them
she
ones where I was just staying there. Also, I'm shocked that no one did anything to her while she was in there either. That
yeah, that's
one's
a little
also
odd.
like
She probably pulled the national security though.
she would have had to. Because you know the way them gangs work in there, and I'm sure they love Salinas in there. So it's just like
Yeah. I ain't going, so who you got for your niggas is tripping?
I am giving my y'all niggas is tripping to someone who's not a nigga. Teenage cheerleader is accused of fatally poisoning her rival's goat.
What?
She is now no longer allowed to visit her own pets without adult supervision. 17-year-old cheerleader in Texas was accused of poisoning a rival's show goat. She must now have an
A
adult with her
show goat?
when she feeds her pet. She's now facing a felony after she allegedly confessed to poisoning Willie the goat on October
Oh,
23rd, as stated in an affidavit by the New York Post. The senior who was attending Vista Ridge High School was apprehended in November, reportedly used a drenched gun to force pesticide into a goat at the school's barn, which was captured on surveillance. Sadly, Willie died the next day. After
damn.
posting a $5,000 bond, she agreed to avoid animals until her trial. Per a court order report by the New York Times, she must have adult supervision around her pets, which include a rabbit, dog, and a cat, according to the Daily Mail. She must also avoid the family's goats.
Dang.
Vandalaham reportedly told officials she killed the goat because the owner's 15-year-old daughter was a cheater, stating, I don't like cheaters, according to the affidavit. Both teens were in the Vista Ridge Future Farmers of America. The teen is now facing cruelty to lifestyle charges. Yeah, ma'am. This is the face of someone. If you're gonna kill an animal, you're
Dang.
probably a couple steps away from unaliving a person.
Whew.
And she's 17 years old. And in Texas, we might need to just keep little Becky up in there a little
Dang.
bit longer, man. You don't get to come out no $5,000 bond. You out here poisoning animals? This is crazy. I don't like cheaters either. Sometimes I get cheated in Monopoly. Sometimes I get cheated on Smash Brothers and Super Mario Brothers. You know, I get cheated on fucking Mario Kart. But I don't go out here and be like, you know what? I'm going to look for you. I'm going to go poison your dog because you cheated on Mario Kart. That don't make any sense.
No.
No one likes a cheater.
Yeah.
But you know what you need to do next time? Cheat back. What are you doing? What are you doing entering contests if you're not doing a little bit of trickery? If you don't have a little bit of cheating in there? Come on, girl. You ain't competing if you ain't cheating. Mark that.
Oh God.
You ain't competing if you ain't cheating.
Oh God.
You know who loses? People who don't cheat. And look at you. Now you're in jail with a bunch of other losers. You know why? Because they didn't cheat neither. You know who ain't in jail? The motherfuckers who cheating. Do better.
I think, yeah.
Do better.
Yeah.
That's just crazy, man. What? Why not just tell? Why not be like, yo, I think she's cheating. You were just like, oh, you're never winning another match ever again. What? And why you gotta take Willie out like this? What did Willie do to you?
I was just about to say, did Willie piss you off or something? What happened?
I'm gonna tell you this much though. If she were black, Willie wouldn't have been poisoned. Willie
Willie
would
would
have
have
been on that
been
grill. She cheated, so we ate him. Like that's what.
Oh God.
I
Yeah,
made jerk out of him.
that's a interesting trajectory that she did. She has just steps, scenes in the events. Like you went from, oh, you cheating to I'm about to kill your goat.
Like, how do we get here?
A few steps in between that before
Like-
I would have killed a goat.
Like, ma'am, you are, yeah, you're crazy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, those are the people that you're just like, no sleepovers. Like, those are the people where
Easily.
you just like, yeah, some people I don't need to hang out with you, and you're one of them. It also makes me wonder, like, did your parents, like, how would you eat at 17? I wasn't thinking about like poisoning a goat. That just was not okay. All right, well, do your time, girl. Do your time. Boogie, let's get to this final topic.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
Air guitars are still on order. King Jong-un is gatekeeping the glizzies. He does not want hot dogs in North Korea. I mean, and it's just like that's pretty on brand. They don't have a lot of things in North Korea, and hot dogs are now the latest of that. I'm actually looking for the story. I had it. Oh, here it is. So it says here, Kim Jong-un has allegedly banned hot dogs from North Korea in a move to shut down the spread of Western influence in his country. Radio Free Asia reports that North Korea has allegedly banned budae jjigae and tikobaki, two popular South Korean dishes, to crack down on the invasion of South Korean culture, which is viewed as a decadent and capitalist in the eyes of North Koreans. So hot dogs, Boogie, are decadent. I wonder what they would say if they saw a Chicago style hot dog. They'd be like, "You motherfuckers in America are crazy."
Hot dogs, though, like honestly, I'm not upset about that. Glizzies aren't. No one's running for a hot dog like that. No
Come on
one.
now, Boogie. Whoa. Pump your brakes, Boogie.
Wait a second. Let me finish. Let me finish.
There's a nice population.
Okay. I will say during the summer months where it's grilling season, yes, I will have a craving for a hot dog. But outside of those 2 months, ain't nobody randomly, inkling for a hot dog unless you are down and out.
Whoa.
and you need a quick meal, and you need to be, really honestly creative with making said meals and frugal. Yeah. Because if we're being funky fresh about it, right? If we being funky fresh about it, hot dogs is very much
the pores.
Oh, God,
You broke ass niggas eating hot dogs.
I didn't want to say all that.
Boogie's like, ew, hot dogs.
No, because man, come on now. Because that during my college years, hot dogs were my lifesaver.
When's the last time you had a hot dog, Boogie?
It's been a couple years, man.
God damn, you bougie ass nigga.
It's been a couple years. Okay. But also, I'm trying to think. It's honestly, it might have been like 2 years, because that's
a long time not to have a glizzy.
It's been like 2 years, because I'm trying to remember. I didn't go to a party in Chicago. Like Chicago, when you go during the summer, you go to a party, they grilling, throw a hot dog on, call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Real easy. but yeah, I'm not knocking hot dogs. Like I said, during
Okay.
my college days, I used to do pork and beans and hot dogs. I used to cut up
That's
hot
definitely a
dogs.
struggle meal.
You know what I'm saying? Come on
That's
now.
a struggle.
I know these meals, okay? When you cut up the hot dogs and you make multiple meals with, with hot dogs, or you cut it in the middle and you fry them hot dogs. Come on
Probably
now.
your
Like,
best way to eat a hot dog, fried.
yeah, come on now.
I
Well, how do
mean,
you feel?
Boogie, I feel like love you to death, but I feel like
Uh,
you are elitist as
oh, I'm out of touch.
nigga.
Okay, I'm
Yes,
out of touch. All right.
because
All right.
Boogie, hot dogs are
Uh,
expensive. At least the hot dogs I buy. If you are,
wow. Wow.
if we're not calling the kettle black here, from elitist to
Oh,
elitist,
he said, I don't know nothing about those hot dogs that you're referring to.
we don't buy ballpark Franks over here, Boogie.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It
you
is
got the,
all
oh,
beef
okay.
Hebrew nationals
Oh,
over
okay.
here.
Them
You know,
them
groceries.
koshers. Okay, them kosher
You
John.
already know, Boogie.
Okay.
Them things like $7, $8. I ain't gonna hold you. Those are the hot dogs that everybody don't get those at like the barbecue. Like if there's only a couple of us, okay, we're gonna get the Nathans, we're gonna get the Hebrew Nationals. If it's like
Oh, okay.
we go on to Sam's and we get
Okay.
fire or them ballparks,
Okay.
we'll do this though. If a whole bunch of people are coming over, I ain't gonna do you dirty and give you the chicken, turkey, and the beef. I'm getting all beef.
Oh.
So I will at least get you the all beef. You might not get the good all beef, but you're gonna get all beef. Again, I didn't know hot dogs were considered a delicacy. And I watch
Well,
a lot of
let you
street.
tell it. Shit. Hebrew
Well, I
Nationals.
mean, yeah, Hebrew National got to put a little chili on there. You got to dice with them little onions, little mustard.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole
Okay.
process, Boogie. It's a whole process over here. I watch a lot of street vendor food videos, and they
Okay.
do put the hot dogs in like some of the Asian food, but it's not anything where I'm just like, this is decadence. A hot dog. So it really makes you wonder what the hell y'all got going over there in North Korea, where hot dogs is the most decadent thing out here. Like, not even Kobe beef, no filet mignon, they hot dogs.
They said
God
skip a
damn.
wagyu hot dog.
No glizzy for you. It's just like, I mean, hey, I feel bad. I feel bad that some people can't experience a hot dog. And you know what? If you told me that you are, if you ever were, if there ever are some North Koreans and you manage to get out, hit me up. I'm gonna take you to get a hot dog. I want you to experience what you're not getting. I want you to experience that decadence. You know, so. Anyways,
You want them to experience that gas from them Detroit dogs.
First of all, Boogie, we done took enough L's this week, Boogie. We can't.
Oh, okay, my bad,
my bad,
Boogie. My
We
bad.
can't hang this on our conies. However, though, we should do a poll of what do people like more, the Chicago style dog or like the coning dog. I don't think it should be a couple of polls because there's some goofy dogs out here, like the Seattle dog. Google that one. That one.
Oh, really? Okay.
They put cream cheese. It's cream cheese.
That's enough. That's enough.
Jalapeno. Yeah, it's interesting.
Pass.
It's a lot of cities that have interesting hot dog combinations. So I think that would be a dope ass list. But as we get up out of here, before we're up out, I have to do that nothing but fact. You're like, oh my gosh, Nate, are you high? Maybe a little bit, maybe not. Oh my gosh, Nate, you were kind of mean. It was very blunt. It is what it is, snowflakes. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we're about to be in for. Some people are actually championing what's about to happen. And what I can say is just protect your mental as much as you can.
For sure.
Don't go back and forth with these people. Like it does nothing for you to shout out into these echo chambers. So protect yourself, find a village, really lock in and link with those people, and you're going to be okay. We have survived before, and we're going to survive this. So just keep your head up as much as you can, y'all. We'll be all right.
Keeping
That
your
is the
head
number.
up.
Ooh, child. We've been some singing ass niggas today, boy. We done sang some Carrie Underwood, a couple other hits, you know.
Mhm.
But this has been a dope ass. You know what? Actually, I forgot to say this earlier. A lot of people are gonna say this. They're gonna be like, "How come you didn't say anything?" You're absolutely right. For everybody who's running Chrisette Michelle to the ground, make sure y'all
Oh,
continue to do what y'all are doing to Snoop,
I forgot
Nelly,
about her.
Soulja Boy, and all of them. Because if we're gonna let these other niggas continue to tap
Yeah.
dance, she should be
Yeah.
getting a check right now.
Yeah.
And y'all ran her into the ground to the point
Woo.
where she out here having mental health issues.
Yeah. I
So
don't even remember her anymore. I pray for her for real. Pray for
so
her.
if y'all gonna let these goofies go out here and do what they thing is, then y'all need to let her back into the game so she can go out here and keep
Keep that
tap
same
dancing for them
energy.
crackers too.
Yep.
With that being said, shout out to the day ones, like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. 163 is in the can. We're back. Y'all gonna get episodes on the regular for 25. You know what you got for them, Boogie?
Yeah, we are gonna get you guys are gonna get episodes on the regular. As always, don't forget to smash that bell to get notified as soon as our content drops. And as well as just, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell that friend this is your favorite podcast, and they should be listening to it as well.
Boogie said it all. I ain't got nothing else for y'all except this very late night podcast. But sometimes shoot during the day. I'm Nick Gallo.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
And this is Late Night. Bye.